There was a day when whales sang louder than ships, and the world finally listened. It's a true story. For decades, the songs of humpback whales have been drowned out by the noise of human activity in the ocean. That includes the songs of other whales. And they've had to get louder and louder to be heard above the din. But it's like living in a rock band and having to shout to be heard above the music. No wonder some whales have hearing loss, okay? And if hearing loss continues to get worse, okay? Scientists predict that eventually it will affect all humpback populations worldwide. Not and thank you for being a part of this community. Your support helps us explore the ocean and make more of this content possible. Just the din of thousands of boats that make it hard for whales to communicate. It's also the sudden loud noises, like the bang of a ship's hull or the explosion of a sonar that disorients them. Humpbacks have even started changing their songs to avoid being hit by ships. And it's not just whales. That's as loud as a motorcycle roaring by or a rock concert. And those noises can travel for miles underwater. When researchers started studying this problem, they realized that not only were whales changing their songs, they were also changing the way they use their voices altogether. Some whales have started using echolocation clicks instead of the low-frequency sounds that are part of their songs. Echolocation clicks are higher pitched and don't carry as far, but it seems like whales are making up for that by producing more clicks. So sensitive to sound that many of them change their habitat or behavior in response to noise pollution, like huddling in the depths during the day to avoid daytime boat noise. And some fish species have actually gone locally extinct where there's too much noise. This is not only terrible for the animals, it's also a huge problem for us humans. Hearing loss is a huge problem for us humans, too. If we're exposed to too much noise for too long, it can actually damage our hearing. It's why concert venues have to put limits on how loud music can be. And it's why, when you're at a noisy concert, you might have to shout to be heard, but then later, when you're back in a quiet place, you still can't hear very well. The damage has already been done. It's called temporary threshold shift, or TTs. Most people don't realize that ships can make noises that are more than 100 decibels. In the loudest areas, whales have essentially been pushed to use their voices in a totally different way. This story comes from the BBC. Click on the link in the comments to hear more stories like this one.